Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2. So, we had quite a number of announcements this week, and we have news that the PC version is indeed coming out this upcoming week here. It's going to be releasing with the maintenance that's happening late Tuesday into Wednesday. So, really big news. What I want to do today is I want to take care of some last details related to Title Collection before the PC version launches. But before that, I do have a stack of client orders I want to take care of as well. So we're going to start with that, and then from there we'll then move into what we're going to be doing related to those titles. But for the moment, let's go ahead and make our way down here to the quest counter. And why don't we go ahead and start with this one, ARKS Search Mission Tundra. Start that on super hard. I'm not going to take any other client orders. There we go. And let's grab some NPCs here. So, let's go ahead and grab Pietro, Matoy, and Aki.
Hello there. If you would, please.
Grab a shift to drink ZX. And let's get down there. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are located. We had a pretty good show yesterday for Daydon's ARKS. It was, I think, one of the longest shows we've ever had, actually, with all the news that came out. And that was because the news of the PC version lined up with the news of everything that came out of the latest PSO2 Station Plus. Plus the news related to what's going on with the Xbox and the fact that somebody is in the process of trying to bring back the Xbox Live service. So that was quite the show. We went for about 90 minutes on that, I believe. But yeah, definitely a lot of big news. I'm really looking forward to what's going to be coming down the pipeline with PSO2 on the Japanese server soon. Just because, once again, we're getting new story elements. We still need to figure out how we're actually going to seal Shiva away. But it's just going to be a fun time all around once that story really kicks into high gear here. Plus, seeing how Alma's going to get everybody back onto Omega is going to be interesting as well. Now, you might be asking why I am a Summoner Hunter today, and my goal with this is purely to perhaps luck into some eggs for my Summoner class. And the reason I'm trying to do that is I got a number of pets here that unfortunately are still stuck at 9 stars, and I'm hoping to get some more of them up to 10 stars so I can get them up to level 85 and grab the associated titles. And titles is kind of the name of the game at this point here, because I'm at 395 titles, and that means I'm just 5 away from 400. But I have literally run out of any title that is going to be easily procured. So, any title that I need to do going forward is going to require a multi-hour investment, basically. So if I'm able to get 5 more titles before the PC version launches, I think I'll be happy with that. because that then puts me in a good position related to being able to have everything that I potentially want out of any titles that get released once the PC version comes out. Right now, as previously mentioned, the title cap, and it's not really a hard cap, it's just a soft cap. You can keep going above it if you want to. It's currently at 250, and Sega is giving out rewards at every 50 titles. And it's my hope that the next 150 are going to be the titles that give you free 12-star units. And if that happens, then hey, I'm already at 400. I'll be able to pick that up immediately as soon as the PC version launches. That being, if that's when they increase the number of titles. It's possible they might not do that until Episode 4 content comes out, and if that's the case, then we won't be able to see those until probably another month and a half from now or so. We are probably okay on this at this point, to clear the mission now. Especially because we're going to have even more enemies in this area. For this one, I'm just looking to get the A rank. I don't have to go all the way up to S rank. Hello, Rappy. I need your unique medal, or your unique weapon badge, rather. Going back to my summoner class here. Whoops. Hello, controller. Yeah, going back to why I'm a summoner main class. It purely has to do with the fact that in order to even get eggs in the first place, you need to be a summoner. And that was a change that they made, I want to say around the time that Episode 6 came out. So... completed! And yeah, looks like that does it for this mission here. So yeah, basically I have to be a summoner for eggs to even drop at this point. Oh, what do you know? I even got the S rank anyway. Alright, let's see what we got here. Meseta earn plus 50%. And let's take care of these ARKS missions. I'm also on Summoner as well because I still need to get the extra 4 skill points for completing client orders. And we also have a new Fresh Find shop, it looks like. Let's take a quick look at that here. Not really interested in those. Rising Weapon Badge, don't need those. I've got too many of those already. In fact, I'm still waiting for whatever the next generation of that is going to be. Extra experience, don't need it. And Try Boost. How many is this? Yeah, don't need that. And I've got four Desperation triggers all set to go, if I need them. Alright, so let's see what's up next here on the list of client orders. Looks like we could make a run at the desert here. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, if I remember correctly, I did have a client order I need to do for Automata, so we'll be able to knock that out here. Granted, this isn't exactly the best area for automata. Yeah, usually if you're going for automata, you actually want to head into either the abandoned mines or the underground tunnels. That's generally where you're going to find the better group of automata. Desert is more fall spawn heavy than the other two areas. Kind of made completing certain client orders back in the day tricky, and even to this day there are some that are just... they just take forever to clear. And even some quests, like that first quest where you need to clear out a certain number of automata as part of the ecological survey, but the only time that you would actually get them to spawn would be if you were a... it was if it was part of an emergency trial. Okay, it looks like we're dead-ending over here, so we'll make our way back over to the west. Yeah, 5 titles. It's, like I said, it's a multi-hour investment, and the fact that I'm bringing my NPCs in here with me, once again, is going to be a huge part of that here. Because that's basically how I need to collect those. It was either going to be that, or I was going to have to spend a really long time in the casino to get some of these, or I was going to have to fight the same story bosses over and over. And I figured, since the casino is probably going to happen over time anyway, and since the story bosses are going to happen eventually here in this version, since we're talking Profound Darkness and Amduskia in that particular case, then it really didn't make any sense for me to do those. And so NPCs are really the only ones that are kind of left from the list at that point. There are like some other ones that are available, but we're talking like a really, really long investment in terms of even being able to take those on. Like getting 20 rings up to, or rather 15 rings up to plus 20 levels. I've made some progress towards that, but I'm still a long ways away. I'm also almost done, however, leveling up all those rings. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, this one's done. So that was this Photon Blade's homing was the last one I actually needed to give experience to. I still need to level it up through grinding it. But before you can grind a ring, you need to actually gain experience to level it up. So that was the last one I actually needed to take care of. But at the same time, I don't have the materials I need to get that together. I need a ton of lambda grinders still. And even through the use of my alts, I'm still not quite where I need to be with that. Plus, I want to save some lambda grinders in case we do actually get, like, new weapons and such with the next update. And one thing we don't know yet is if there's going to be a preload period for the PC version or not. That is something hopefully we'll learn more about in the coming week. But it's, at this point, it's pretty much up in the air, but it may not even become available until maintenance happens late Tuesday. And I'm actually really surprised that with the launch of this version that there wasn't an extended maintenance. That's kind of unheard of when it comes to PSO2 and creating new versions of the game.
Oh, whoa! Please be careful!
So we'll see how that goes on Tuesday into Wednesday. We should be good to clear the mission at this point here. I think we've taken out enough enemies. What else do we have here? Yeah, we just have to take out the Guanado now.
Incoming alert.
Emergency! Code Q!
Let's take you down in a hurry, and there you go.
Objective complete.
Alright, let's see where we're headed next here. We just finished up the desert. Looks like we do have a chance to take care of something over in the Tundra area. We need to suppress some Marmoths as well as the two bosses you find there. So let's go ahead and do that. For some reason, my NPCs got unloaded here. Oh, that might explain it. Somebody else has them. In that case, since I do want to keep Aki, let's load this area again. Yeah, if you're ever trying to keep a specific NPC on you, that's the quick way to do this. To let that NPC actually come with you. So Aki, right, and Kuna.
If you would, please. Hello
Me? You want me? What? I'm going to...
Alright, now, completion in this area is going to depend upon how many Marmoths pop up. If we don't see that many throughout this, then I may just skip past that and just go straight to the bosses.
Gosh, I think something's coming.
I hear a Dark Ragna. But given our objectives here, I'm not going to go out of my way to take it on. Yeah, so for the first area, we only had a single Marmoth here. Oh, wait, we had a second. Alrighty, so, while we're in the area, actually, I am going to be keeping an eye out for any ponds that show up, since I do need to use up my, my harvesting and fishing stamina. That looks like a spot up there.
That was better than I'd expected.
Alright, so it looks like, regardless of how I do this, there's going to be a little bit of a dash between the fishing spot and the harvesting spot. So let's get to fishing, and then depending upon where that lines up for the second pool, and potentially the third pool, that'll determine where I actually go. Now, in particular, right now, I'm looking for the Tundra Amber. That's needed for one of the rings I need to put together. Oh, do I have food on me? I don't. Alright, let me do the following. Because I can kind of do this pretty quickly here. So, we're gonna do this. Now I'm gonna dash down here, go back up to the gateway ship. Retrieve item. And then go to where I have the telepipe set. And get another round of fishing in before the timer runs out. Oh hey, more mammoth.
Emergency. Code. Collect.
And why did that have to trigger right where I'm trying to fish?
Please be careful.
Alright, so we got a fever here. Let's get to harvesting now. Oh, right, I actually need to eat the food. What in the world just happened there? Why didn't he eat? Okay. I don't understand why that didn't... Yeah, I am really confused here. That should not have gone to that slot of depositing rather than using. Using is supposed to always be the default. No, there's nothing I can do about it now, unfortunately. At least I am getting some of the ambers. So it's not a total loss here. Naverius rocks are also things that I need, in addition to the amber stones. Those come from all areas of Naverius. But those get used up before the ambers do, I believe. As part of the leveling process. Hey, a down Mallory! That's the rare version of the D-Mama.
Emergency. Code. Attack.
Where are you going? There we go, down it goes.
Yeah, nice one! You did it!
Completed.
Okay, we got a special egg, so that means there's a chance that it's actually no, I think I saw a rare drop on my screen, so I think that means it is a 10-star at least. The question is, which one is it going to be? I'm hoping it's not Sally again. I've already got one of those as a 12-star. Yeah, I can't wait for the new version on PC to come out. There's so many issues with the Xbox version. The controller turning off being one, the fact that you have to pay Xbox Live Gold to even play on the Xbox version, the fact that you can't queue commands on the mouse correctly compared to the PC version, so I am really looking forward to the release. As for my Xbox One, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with it once I've picked that up. I may see if I can root the thing or something. Because really, this was the only game I ever saw myself getting for the platform in the first place. There is, like, literally nothing else that I can't get on either PC or PS4. The only one that I was ever really interested in was Scalebound. Unfortunately, that got canceled. Alright, there goes one. Let's go ahead and pop a Photon Blast. And down they go.
You are clear to return. Completed.
Come on back.
Oh, there's another egg. Okay. Don't think that was a special, or rather, I don't think that was a 10-star, though.
Perhaps I should study you next.
Alright, so I do want to see what this egg is here before we proceed.
Leave it to me.
We did also pick this weapon up.
A great
That can be turned into an X cube. Alright, let's see what we got here for eggs.
I got a good look at it.
An 11-star Wanda. I don't think I have that.
Take care now.
Oops. Let's see here. And that's from Gathering. Okay. So, pets, Wanda. Okay, I already had a 10-star, so that really doesn't help me towards getting any new titles. But at the very least, I am able to upgrade the rarity.
Finished.
So yeah, so now they're able to level up a little bit more here. Alright, let me grab some regular eggs here before we proceed. Just so I can feed my, the 2 pets I do need to get leveled up still.
Come again anytime.
I did get a Viola 9 at some point. Viola I have as 9-star though, so that doesn't really do much for me. Alright, let's see where we're headed next here. Looks like we need to do some work in the underground shaft, so let's make our way there next here. Actually, before that, let me hand in some of these client orders, because that will then free up some space for me to grab a couple of client orders from Hans here. And I also want to check the title counter real quick, just to see if anything did happen to unlock. Because I've been working with Aki and Light for some time now. And just to give you some perspective here, what I'm doing here now basically requires me to clear 100 quests with 5 NPCs. Now, Aki and Wright, I've gotten a number of those done already. But the rest of these are going to be, like, down in the low 10s to 20, essentially.
Thank you very much.
So, that's basically what we're working with here. And to kind of show you what else I could potentially have done, all these are from leveling up classes. Getting eggs was going to be the other way to make this work, specifically any pets I haven't gotten up to level 80 yet. And unfortunately, I need to get lucky to with the egg drops to get any of the other ones here. For the parfaits, basically, the only way to get those right now are through Pietro client orders, and you just can't, those are repeatable only once per week. Hey there, Narla Thotep, I think is how you say your name? Thank you for tuning in. I'm already done with the rest of the compressions here. Hey, Hero Sword. to be honest, I'd be happy with just 10 stars, because that's all I need, in terms of the star rating on eggs to get what I need. I could be working on these, and I did do a couple of extra runs on the Profound Darkness and Apprentice Zia, but yeah, those are those still require an investment of time. And yeah, I'm at 395. I'm trying to get up to 400 before the PC version launches this week. Nice. Yeah, Sioux Fighter is one of the other ways to go. The reason I'm looking for 400 is I'm thinking we might get an expansion of the number of, for the title cap here. So right now, the soft cap is at 250. I'm hoping that's going to increase up to 400 this week. And the reason is, on the Japanese version, there is eventually the release of 12-star units. And I'm thinking we might be getting those with the PC launch, potentially. Or if not this week, then when Episode 4 launches, yeah, you might be right on that as well, Hero Sword. But the only way that's going to happen is if they decide to skip the titles that give you 200 star gems each. There were two that were, I think they were like title 500 and 600 that did that for you, and they didn't start the 12-star units until 700. Oh, really? Yikes. Congrats to them. Those are, like, extremely rare right now. Yeah, so, there really aren't that many other titles I can be going for here, unfortunately. The rest of these are like, I need to luck into them, or I need to put in a significant amount of time investment, like getting classes up to, through these client orders, that requires me to level other classes up 10 more times, which is going to be a multi-hour investment. I've done all the advanced quests. Extreme quests are for stage orders. That requires a time investment. I've got 75 on everything right now. I tried to clear this one a couple of days ago, but this one is like so stringent in the requirements that you can't get hit once during the entire 20 minutes that this mission goes on for. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for a 12 to come out. Same for the rest of these. These are just, I don't get why the damage thing is set so low. And then that's a lot of chat messages to send in such a short amount of time. Casino, of course, is just pure luck if I happen to get them. Crafting titles aren't available yet because we don't have crafting in the game. This one is yet another time investment, and then, yeah, getting the rings to plus 20 is yet another time investment, or rather, I need to get the materials together for that. So, yeah, I'm basically down to doing NPC titles at this point, unless I do decide to put in a little time on the, on getting, going after some of those story bosses, or if I happen to luck into like a time attack or something like that. But like I said before, let me hand in these client orders so I can clear them out and make room for some more client orders from Hans as we keep going here. And I think that's it.
Yo!
I was in the second alpha on the Japanese server, so I've been playing this for a very long time. Let's see, we were headed into the tunnels next.
Later!
Ship number 2.
Which quest would you like?
Or wait, are you asking about the Japanese version or the North American version?
Which quest would you like?
I'm on ship number 1, and I am the owner of the Alliance Time for War. Alright, shift to drink CX. Let's grab our NPCs.
If you would, please.
Me?
Hello there.
You want me?
We really don't have a set block, necessarily. It's more, if anybody needs a hand with anything, they just put it into the Alliance chat. Gotcha. Well, nice to meet you. The sort of decent thing about at least going for the NPC titles is you can go for 3 titles at the same time that way, just by having 3 NPCs with you. But yeah, aside from titles, I still gotta keep making Meseta, especially for when everything happens. I'm at almost 25 million Meseta stored up. But never hurts to have more, especially with well, how much the market's gonna get disrupted now. And it's not like there's much else that I could do with it right now. For instance, the main weapon I use here, which is a Lightning Espada, and yeah, you're probably noticing I'm playing Summoner Hunter without actually bringing out my pet here. And that's just because this weapon is so overpowered right now. I've got this built up to plus 90, and then I've got a full Psyche set, each with plus 60 melee on it as well. Get out of here, Lillipa.
It's not your fault.
Failed.
I don't think we're gonna get it immediately, Hero Sword. We're still in Episode 3 content right now. I would expect we've still got Magatsu, Profound Darkness, and Tower Defense 4 to come out first before we get to Episode 4. So at least a month and a half right now. And the other thing to think about when it comes down to it is Episode 5 is actually going to go by really, really fast. Because of how much time Sega had to spend during the rebalance that happened for that. They actually didn't have too much developed in terms of just regular meat for everything. So that's going to be like, the story comes out, you got like, the Earthian Dragon, Omega Loser, Omega Apprentice, 2 Buster Quests, Urgent Quests, and then, the Persona Urgent Quest, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, they said they want to be, at parity by the end of the year. Hello, Rappy. Give me your unique weapon badge, please. I would definitely agree, and you're going to have a lot of players that for whatever reason, never came over to the Japanese version, even though that there was a very good English translation available through the tweaker. Oh, I was not expecting to pick up a PSE burst here.
PSE burst.
That was better than I expected. That was better than I'd expected.
There's not really much that I can do in a PSE burst, though, just because since I'm only here as a single player, only a single enemy is spawning at a time, basically.
It's useless.
Yeah, you're always gonna have players that'll just never be happy in any game, unfortunately.
Burst finish.
Well, my plan is to switch over to the PC version once it comes out.
Better than I'd expected.
Incredible.
It all comes down to, though, if I don't have any technical issues. I run a modified version of Windows 10, which gets rid of like the telemetry and things like that, as well as wipes out Cortana. So we'll see if there are any issues. I did at least upgrade to the latest Windows, so at least that wouldn't be an issue. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. Yeah, it's a, my processor is a 7900X, so that's a Core i9. Runs really cool for an i9. It never gets, like, above 45 degrees Celsius. But I knew I wanted a multi-core processor like that for streaming purposes.
Incoming alert.
Just because I didn't want to try to do both my stream as well as my local copy on the same system. So when I'm streaming, I'm using NVENC through an RTX 2080, and then through for my local copy, which I record at I think it's 25,000 kilobit per second. I do that through the regular X264. And that way I can have a higher quality local copy when I eventually upload this to YouTube. There we go. I like getting myself stuck under the steps there, just because then it's easy for me to manage where...
Objective complete.
it's easy for me to keep up the attacks on them.
Success confirmed.
Completed.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I've, if it wasn't for the fact that Mixer has such a high bar to become an affiliate with them, I might have considered that, when I switched from being YouTube only last year. But because my audience was never that big, it really didn't make sense for me to head over there. Okay, we need to do a floating continent exploration. And this time I actually am going to take a ship to drink premium. And thank you there, for the, follow, Narla, Narathotep. Naya's fine? Okay. But yeah, the end boss here, the Quartz Dragon, they have a drop that I'm looking for, which is a Dragon Slayer. It's a sword, and it's one of the 2 weapons I still need in order to get the last power boost I need from the game. Oh, I don't even care about that form site. Yeah, I'm interested in anything that's 7 to 12 stars that I don't have yet. Just because when you find a certain number of each of those, you get a permanent stat boost in terms of your attack. Plus, that gives you another title as well. And what a lot of people don't realize is you can't purchase it off of the market and get the title. You have to actually find the thing or purchase it from an NPC.
Completed.
That's the only way that it actually counts towards the title.
Expected.
Alright, on to the second area. Viola is kind of fun in the way that they can switch how their attacks are. But if I remember correctly, Synchro is the one that you actually want as meta. Just because of how powerful that is when you do the when you do its combos. Used to be though that the Marin rotator would be the one that you would actually want to use, but that eventually got nerfed. Marin rotator basically being you had like 5 Marins in a stack, and you would just pop one and then move on to the next and keep rotating through the whole thing, and then you'd have a backup pet just in case.
Emergency!
Emergency. Code. Avoid.
I heard that, Rappy. Where are you? There you are.
Congratulations on completing the objective.
Alright, where's the path down?
Completed.
There it is. Yikes. Yeah, that's true. They didn't Wanda, I think I only saw like maybe 20 13-star eggs had dropped for that. So it's a really rare drop. Really, all the 13 stars are. But eventually, there will be collection files that will give you 13-star eggs. And even 14-star eggs.
That was better than I'd expected.
Alright, looks like the exit is actually over to the east there. Hello, Chrome Dragon.
Incoming alert.
Emergency. Code due.
The alert level has risen.
And down you go.
Complete.
Completed.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am with this game at this point. I've been playing it so long that nothing really surprises me in terms of like bosses popping up anymore. There can be an occasional like thing that'll happen on the Japanese servers where it's like they release a super hard quest and I'm like, okay, we actually need to put our gamer face on for this or something like that. Like getting the expert requirements and things like that, but it's but yeah, it's for the most part, it's nothing really phases me. At least over here on the North American version. Let's see here. I'm not familiar with the second and third. I guess even the first of those most. Those are the first time I've ever seen those.
I've got you now.
Incoming alert.
Oh yeah, I think I actually ran into an Emperor Rappy back during the closed beta actually.
Emergency. Code due.
All right, got the nose. Let's get the tail. There it goes. And down they go. Yeah, that would make sense. No luck on the Dragon Slayer, unfortunately. Alright, let's make our way back out to the lobby. Let's hand in some more client orders. Oh, I gotta use a booster.
Yo! Later!
I've been expecting you.
Alright, floating continent. Yeah, go ahead. Are you in game right now?
Drop by anytime.
Gamer tag. Give me 1 second. I will give that to you here. I'm gonna take away the screen for just a quick moment. It is. Yeah, here we go. Here's my gamer tag. Brightstar number 6308. Alright, let's see where we're headed next here. Looks like we need to hit up Dragon Altar exploration.
Which quest would you like?
I look forward to your next
I've been
visit.
expecting you.
Before that, though, let me speak to Hans.
Yo! Later.
Alright, let's get this going. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. All right then. Have a good meal.
If you would, please. Me?
Hello there.
You want me?
Let's get started.
Alright, so it looks like we need to open up the gate here first. We're gonna have to find some buttons on the ground to do that. There we go. You take care as well.
Emergency!
That was better than I...
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Now, so since we do need to actually clear
Congratulations on completing the objective.
the mission itself, I do want to make sure I get enough enemy kills in so that it counts for an S rank here.
Completed!
I technically don't need an S rank, I really only need an A rank, but better to be safe than sorry and have to redo the whole thing. Plus, Hans's client orders pretty much make sure that you get enough kills in anyway. A lot of floor buttons with this one today. There we go. The gateway is open. That looks like a dead end, so we'll make our way over to the east.
Keep those eyes peeled.
I've got you now. Yeah.
Emergency!
Yeah.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Yeah, nice one.
Okay, it looks like we have a switch over there this time.
Completed!
Yeah. I've got you now. I've got you now.
Alright, I don't see the teleporter to the east, so it looks like it's actually to the north over here. Yeah, there it is. Hello, Rappy.
Emergency!
I've got you now.
Emergency! Code! Elimination!
Wow! That was amazing!
Yeah. You can't escape. I've got you now.
Completed!
Let's get into the second area here.
Contacting all personnel.
Two mazes, one right after the other.
Emergency!
Interesting layout.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
Yeah, if you didn't know, one of the best things you can do when taking care of these vigor dragons here is to actually hit their rider. If you take out the rider, then the one that they're riding is just gonna stop attacking you then.
Emergency! Code! Elimination!
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one! You did it!
Alright, on to the Dragon X.
Emergency!
Collapse!
I've got you now.
I shall slay you!
Emergency!
Collapse!
Code! Q!
Now, I will face you with my full powers. Another good battle.
Congratulations on completing the objective.
Yeah, they really didn't stand a chance there. Okay, I'll take that, that gun slash there.
Completed!
Perhaps I should study you next.
Alright, back out to the lobby. I want to check the titles and hand in these client orders now.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Still working on those 3. I wish that some of these titles did have like a progress bar so you could see how far along you were towards completion, especially the NPC ones. That it could be really useful for those.
Drop by anytime.
Yo! Later!
Hey, Droopy Potato, how you doing today? Let's see where we're headed next. Looks like we need to make our way over to the coast. Doing well. I really can't complain. This one can be completed very hard, since that's what the client order calls for. And we'll just make a quick run over to the boss for this one. What I'm doing right now is I'm going through my client order list as well as trying to get as many clears as I can with these NPCs in order to get a bunch of titles. I am 5 away from 400 at this point, and that is what I would like to hit before the PC version comes out next week.
Emergency!
Emergency! Code! Distraction!
Incoming alert.
Emergency!
Okay, looks like the exit is over there.
I'm getting an unidentified reading. Stay alert.
Be wary of your surroundings. Do not let your guard down.
Alright, let's take on the boss.
Incoming alert.
Emergency. Code. Due.
You can't escape me.
Get over here. Yeah, I did so much damage to it in that first round that it basically had to go through both of its bubble phases there in quick succession. Hey Chinko, how you doing today? Get down here.
It's useless.
That was better than I'd expected.
Objective complete.
HPU, not... I'm doing okay. I really can't complain. I'm trying to get the last of the titles I'm going for at this point here. Which is basically I need to clear a bunch of missions with NPCs at this point. I'm also trying to clear client orders, but I am starting to run out of those. Let's see, we got the Abandoned Mine, the Seabed, and then I think I'll skip the Nightfall Province. So yeah, looks like 2 more areas I want to do. So the Abandoned Mine and the Seabed. And then we'll really start to get into kind of the really the chill portion of this stream here.
Yo!
That's really the only way I can describe what's going to be coming up soon here. Let's see here. So, Abandoned Mine.
Later!
Looks like I am about to finish over-leveling my summoner again.
Ah, it's you. Bye now.
Yeah, I do enjoy some anime every now and then.
Something I can help you with? Come by anytime. Come by anytime.
Let's see, what was a good one I watched a while back? Anybody that hasn't seen it before, Rama 1/2 is a good one. Oh, we just got an egg here, I think.
Leave it to
Sounds
me.
good.
Oh, this is a great find.
Alright, so that's a melon. I don't think I need that one. Yeah, I have one right there. Let's see if you're able to load in here. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be letting you load in. I think there are too many NPCs around. Follow me over here to the other room. Alright, I'm afraid I don't recognize them, unfortunately. What are they from? Oh! Is that maybe something I have turned off here? Let's see. Where is this? I think I know what you're talking about here. There is an option somewhere to disable accessories on other people. Hey Zance, how you doing today? Oh, where is this thing? Yep, I cannot wait for the PC version. Yeah, I don't know where this thing is. I know it exists somewhere. Here it is. There we go. Okay, now I can see your hat and everything. Yeah, it looks like a really interesting outfit there. I still don't recognize what anime it comes from though. I think I've seen maybe one episode of One Piece at one point. I know it's a fairly popular and a really long-running series, like over, what, 15 years at this point? But, yeah, I don't know enough about that show to really be able to say much about this here, unfortunately. Still looks nice, though. Okay, so I said I was going to be heading into the Abandoned Mine next here. Yeah, it is a really, really long-running series. In fact, the one episode I remember from it that I saw, I think was like an episode that was in widescreen, and they referred back to an earlier scene from the series, and it was still in standard definition. So that gives you an idea how long that series has been running for. And it was like a character that had not been seen in a really long time. Alright, Aki, right, and Kuna.
Me? You want me?
Commencing the mission.
What?
Let's get
I'm
started.
going to?
Nice, I'll take that Class X cube.
That was better than I'd expected. Wonderful.
I need to see how many of them I actually have at this point. We'll check that after this mission.
I've got you now.
Oh yeah, let me turn that that off again here. The reason I was doing that was to reduce the load on my Xbox as much as I could. So yeah, we'll hide all accessories again.
It's useless.
Yeah, I pretty much got everything turned off right now, and
Emergency!
there was no way I was going to get an Xbox One X when, one, the X series is just around the corner, basically,
Emergency! Code!
and
Escort.
secondly, this was like the only game I was ever going to pick up on the system anyway. So it was better for me to just get the digital version, no slot for a disc, and save the extra $100 on it. Because I still got my 360, and that still runs fine. So it's not like I even needed it for that purpose. Like I said, I'm probably going to try to root the thing once once the PC version comes out, and I make sure everything is fully compatible with my PC.
I've got you now.
That being if even such a hack exists at this point. Either that, or it's just gonna sit on a shelf forever, pretty much.
Wonderful.
What?
Gotcha. Alright, what are you looking for here, Lillipa?
What?
Yeah, I'm helping this one out since earlier in the stream I did send one off into space, so...
Yeah, nice one! You did it!
Alright, they're all set.
Completed!
To that I say, I'm not going to say anything until we actually know how it works. If the game still runs on its own launcher, then fine. But if not, then I would say we probably wouldn't be able to use things like reshade and such.
Guard the area.
That controller thing is the thing I can't wait to get rid of. That is just so annoying. Well, it's the you're asking about the parser there. The parser basically tells you how much damage you're doing. Let's see, am I done with the client orders? I think I am, but let me double check. Yeah, I should be good. Okay. Yeah, Xansa's, he streams here on Twitch as well. They stream, PSO2 and, yep, Dragon Quest X as well. They're also, in the Time for War Alliance as well. Alright, that clears up that one. And then we're just gonna make a quick trip down to the seabed next. And that will also give me all of the... that'll also help me to drop the collection files I've also been working on here. Alright, Aki, right, and Kuna.
If you would, please.
Me? You want me?
We're going into a different group here since the area's full. And somebody already has the ones I want in this one. Alright, that's it. I'm restricting everything this time. Alright, Seabed. Super hard. There we go. That gives me a clean one, finally.
If you would, please.
Me?
Hello there.
You want me?
Let's get started.
Be wary of your surroundings. Do not let your guard down.
Got you now. Wonderful.
Incredible!
As you can see, I am trying to collect these Terrobecco beaks as well. Terrobecco are one of the more common enemies in this area, so it's not that hard to collect them and get them up to 99.
That was better than I'd expected.
Alright, that should be good for this area. Let's move on to the next one.
Wonderful.
Be wary of your surroundings. Do not let your guard down.
Wonderful.
This is a group that just keeps going on and on. Not that I'm complaining. There we go. I think we're finally done with that group.
Something's coming.
And we've also already finished the client order as well, for us getting 60 kills in the area. Hello, Persona.
Emergency. Ears open.
than I expected.
Excellent job.
Completed.
That was better than I
Alright, let's try the path to the east over here. Maybe this will lead us to the exit.
Emergency!
Emergency. Code.
Vanish! This one was always kind of funny if you didn't know how it worked. Basically, you wait for some of these jellies to grow up, and then you pop them. There we go.
Congratulations on completing the objective.
And this looks like the exit over here.
Completed.
There's another trial. Looks like just regular enemies here. Oh well.
Emergency. Ears open.
I'll take the Rappy, though.
Emergency. Code. Attack.
Yes. A perfect resolution.
Creator unknown. There is no PvP in this game as of right now here on the North American servers. There is PvP on the Japanese servers, so it'll eventually be coming out. But it is it's just a basic battle mode. It's typically 6v6. But PvP is not a heavy focus of this game. PvE is.
Emergency. Ears open.
Kinda is, especially with how more action-oriented this game is compared to traditional MMOs. But it's you basically kind of start as you start without any weapons, and you have to essentially dig into the ground to get a weapon, and that weapon is going to be random for whatever it is that comes up.
Incredible!
Excellent job. You are clear to return.
Completed.
Come on back.
Alright. And here come all the collection folders.
Hello.
Afraid I'm not sure what you just said in chat there. Oh, Edithsna, gotcha. Alright, let's see here. So, could go for this one at least. These here are, even if you've kind of out-leveled these are still kind of good for using as fodders to go into like a 12-star weapon. Which you could then use towards a 13-star weapon for grinding. But all the other eggs I've already got at this point, I believe. Yeah, so I really don't need any of those at this point. Alright, let me hand in these client orders.
I've been expecting you. Drop by anytime.
And then we also have the ones from Hans as well here.
Yo! Later!
Alright, everyone. I've been going for about 2 hours now, so I'm going to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break, hit the restroom, and then we are going to really head into the NPC grind here. So, please stand by. I will be right back.